More of a fan of the climb.
With you.
I'm gonna have to get a new one of these guys. He just keeps singing old songs.
Okay,
His jukebox is broken.
we asked you guys to make up Halloween characters, spooky characters.
Spooky.
So here we go. Let's jump right into the first
See
one.
how creative y'all are.
The first one is the seventh
that just
seal
me?
with Austin's face on it.
That is creepy looking from afar. Just pitch black and then just.
It's terrifying.
That's pretty spooky.
It's terrifying.
The seventh seal. That's the return the slab. I'll make you bad food.
Next is Austin, but when he says no more dining with Dickie, he actually means it.
Fuck.
Roasted! That's 2 roasts in a row.
Please stop. My feelings are hurt.
There's just too many roasts for him.
First, I get bombarded with puns, and now my feelings are being chopped up.
You know what the best part is that somehow these got flipped in the way that I saved them. So like the way I had them ordered, this was supposed to be at the end. So now we're gonna start the video with you being roasted and sad instead of it ending that way. And I feel like an asshole.
No, you're...
But anyways, the next one is one singular sentient Danny DeVito boob, but every time it bounces, it sounds like one of Dickie's growls.
That would be the worst thing ever. Oh my god. That's like a Goosebumps plot.
Right?
The blob that wouldn't stop.
The blob that wouldn't stop breathing. Pretty much. Okay. Next, group costume. This is actually kind of hilarious. A killer whale shark. It's a whale shark that starts off with a small group, but instead of krill, the costume will consume trick-or-treaters one by one until the whole street is a whale shark. I think that's amazing.
Some old woman comes outside to turn off her light, and there's just a giant whale shark in the fucking neighborhood. What the hell just happened? Where's all the trick-or-treaters?
Someone's full.
It'd be funny with all the candy jiggling.
Exactly, right?
A fucking scary sight.
Gobbling up children. Ronnie Wood says, I'm a mechanic, so this may or may not resonate with some, but a snap-on tool guy that walks the streets and just mugs you for your weekly payment on site. I'm shaking just thinking about it.
What the fuck is a snap-on tool guy?
So if any of you out there are mechanics, you might appreciate
What does that mean? What's a snap-on tool?
I don't wanna
like a little tool guy you have on your belt that you just clip on?
I don't know.
It's a full person that you just click on. What are you talking about?
Chris Acosta says a guy dressed in a bee costume that
A bee?
beats... No. Dressed in a bee costume that beats the shit out of you if you don't get all your Halloween candy by the end of the night.
Oh, so just a guy in a costume stealing candy from children?
If you don't give out all your Halloween candy, he comes and beats the shit out of you.
Oh, I thought you meant like he goes up to kids and is like,
No.
give me your candy.
No, if you don't get rid of all of it, he shows up in a bee
There's
costume.
one piece in there
Yeah.
outside your window.
Right. It's like a haunting if you don't do something. If you don't, accomplish the goal,
like
you
trick
will
or
die.
treat. Yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't leave your pumpkins out.
Exactly.
The bee
Yeah,
comes
the
in your
bee
house and
guy
beats
comes
you
and
up.
beats you up.
He goes, I'm beating you up, as he says it. Because he's a bee.
Corian Larson says Boba Fett with the voice of Bodcat Goldthwait.
Hey, Luke, you gotta get back here, man. Going down to the Rancor pit, buddy.
My Halloween character, says Phoenix, would be a sexy homeless man. On the outside, I look all dirty and disease-ridden, but once you let me give you a hot dicking, you realize I am the sexiest homeless man ever. Underneath my ratty trench coat is lingerie. Underneath my scarf are hickeys and bite marks. Let me scare your cooch this Halloween.
Yeah,
I respect it.
I'm about to head out.
The Exposure Demon.
Uh-oh.
Anytime someone asks a band to play for Exposure, the Exposure Demon haunts their every living moment until they pay the band what they're owed. Bands would call them a patron saint. Venue owners would call them demons.
It's like, yeah,
That's pretty genius, I
that'd be
think.
funny. Yeah, they give you $14, then you go to the back and you, ooh la la. Demon comes up and just,
Like
I know you got more money back there, dude. I'm not going anywhere. You give him that fucking money.
He's like a pimp.
He's not even like a scary demon, he's like a big dude. Like not a rip dude, it's a big fat dude. Come on. I'm just gonna follow you around till you pay those dudes what they are owed, man. Like,
Oh my god.
but it'd be really funny to have like the dark ritual.
Yeah.
Somebody like cutting their hand. This dude comes up. Where is he? Oh, upstairs. You guys couldn't summon me up there.
He's got like a wife beater on.
Like ghost shoes that are grass stained.
Somebody's wearing Osiris
It's the
shoes.
ghost of a dad. So I heard you didn't pay my son his what he was promised at the show tonight. Ghost Dad 2.
The seconding.
Second. Okay, on the count of 3, Dobre Brothers meet and greet. Go.
Next. Dustin Swope says, I'd be the Spookmeister. I do nothing exciting nor dress different from my everyday attire. I just hide in bushes and scare small children.
I don't know if that'd work without the costume.
I don't think that'd work without the cops being involved.
You just jump out. Ah! And they'd be like, why are you in a bush? Why aren't you in a costume?
Andrew Romero would be the kinkster, and he'd carry around a large book of kinks and spread the word of the wonderful world of kinks.
Oh.
Also, he would do kinks on anyone that doesn't want to learn.
He would do kinks on. You better behave or I'm gonna do a kink on you.
I don't...
I think Kinkersore would have been a better.
Kinkersore,
Yeah,
yeah.
that would have been a much better name for this.
You fucking nerd!
That's so deep. Nerd! Beat up the nerd!
And don't force kinks on... I don't even know how you do that.
I'm gonna kink you.
You're gonna get kinked.
You're a hose tonight, I'm gonna kink you.
Scott Parker says, the human tadpole, very naked, lots of glad wrap, lots of Vaseline,
Please.
slides everywhere. To go, I assume. The go. Slides everywhere.
It's funny in like concept, but thinking of practicality, like most neighborhoods are asphalt. I don't think your ceramics wrap and Vaseline are going to collide well with the asphalt. Maybe if you were at like a mall, maybe.
Yeah, your costume would have to include like a skateboard or a longboard that you would sit upon.
And then it would just be weird because now you're just like this wet goo. Now you just look like a fetus. Nobody would know that you're a tadpole.
I'm a tadpole on a skateboard. Oh, obviously.
You know, he just all the way. His arms are taped up too, to look, so he actually looks like a tadpole. What? You don't get it?
Yeah.
You don't get that I'm a tadpole?
You're all a bunch of jerks.
Did somebody help you get in that? God.
Timothy Miller says Metalcore Witness. Knock on doors and rather than trick or treat, you'd ask if he could spread the good word or risk breakdowns and blacks. Costume would include Vans, a generic fade haircut, khaki shorts, a slightly nicer looking frat boy button-up shirt, and a tattoo on his calf.
That one cringes me hard to think about actually happening. For like the one person that will get it that night. They're like, what are you supposed to be? I'm a Metalcore Witness. What the fuck are you talking? I'm here to spread the message of breakdowns, pig squeals,
And blacks!
God, just go. What are you talking about? And then there'd be the one
Punisher
like, ah, nice.
Right. Franco6 says the
Frank
responsibility man follows you everywhere you go, and once you're having fun or just relaxing, he pops up reminding you of all the things you still haven't done for the day.
Is that a beer?
You gotta do the dishes.
Remember tomorrow, 6 a.m. You have an appointment.
Responsibility man, I like it.
I like that one a lot too. I want the name to be a little like more spooky and mischievous, but I really like that premise. That's kind of funny.
This one's clever. It's the Metrognome.
Okay.
Okay. It's a gnome, but you hear a constant ticking that gets louder and louder, and once it finally reaches you, you have to play a song, and if your rhythm is off, the metronome whacks you across your shins. The more out of time you are, the harder it hits you. Not very practical in terms of dressing up, but a pretty cool concept regardless.
So I completely missed the pun at first, and I was like, oh, so it's like a little gnome at like a Metropolitan or like like a Subway or something. And then you're like talking about being on time. And I was like, oh, is this a pun?
I was wondering.
Just thought it was
I was really wondering why you were so okay with that.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, it's just like a Subway
You've been
gnome.
so mad about the puns for so long, and then I throw you one. You're like, oh, okay, cool. Okay. I guess he's alright with that one. But yeah, so the Metrognome.
Sick.
And that's all I have.
That was the ender. That was supposed to be the first one. That makes sense. That's way better than it ended like this. That is funny.
Right. Thank you all so much for watching.
Please clap.
God.
Italian voice reveal at 1 sub. See you later. Subscribe, like, and comment, or DickeyDines gets a whipping. Every like you don't like, he gets a whipping.
Smack like.